much foam. Alright, B's and G's. That's the hopped up brown. Yeah. Oh yeah, mister. Nose is changing. It's still not what I want, but it's not a bad beer at all. It's just not what I wanted. But it's Tuesday night, right? So tomorrow's Homebrew Wednesday. Ow! Or maybe we'll call it Drain Pour Wednesday. Alright, we'll talk about some stuff. Alright, so what have I got to talk about? Brewed Sunday night. So I've got some footage from that Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening. I kegged my year-plus-old blueberry black ale on oak chips, and we'll talk about that. So yeah, I've got 6 gallons of beer sitting in the fermentation chamber right now. Yeah, so kind of recap all this stuff. Let's see here. So Saturday? No. What day was that? Friday evening, I kegged the Saturday I kegged the black IPA, blueberry black IPA. It's been aged on oak chips. So IPA, no, not really. It's not an IPA at that point. But anyway, I got some footage of that. But it is over oaked. It is garbage. It's a dud. I don't think it could sit around long enough in bottles to mellow. I don't think so. So I've got some video of that. I did a little tasting, and I've got it carved. I've got it on tap. I was gonna drink it tonight, but nah, the taste is just too much. It's too much oak. It's almost like this rubbery kind of plastic kind of taste, and it's definitely oak. Too much. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna end up dumping that. I mean, I fucked up. I got lazy, and I should have checked it, and I just set it back there, and I forgot about it. So yeah, it's my fault. So yeah, I mean, I did a 10-gallon batch. At 5 gallons, I went ahead and kegged and made an IPA out of it. The other 5 gallons, I put in the carboy with some oak chips, and so you know, not a little bit of money, but it's not like I made it just especially just to put in the carboy. So anyway, a little bit of CO2 now. Excuse me. So, and I also get I use my new all stainless steel auto siphon. So that thing works great. Nothing but good things to say about it. I've got a short review that I'm going to put in here too. Let's see. That was Saturday. I washed the keg. There's a little bit of video of the keg washing because just because I don't think anybody really needs to see it. But anyway, it's there. So Sunday I brewed the IPA, which should have been a double IPA that I brewed the very first time I brewed on this new system. But I had to swap out some hops. Instead of Mosaic at 15 minutes, I swapped it out for some El Dorado. The alpha acid's about the same, so I'm not really worried about IBU. Then at flame out, I didn't have any Amarillo, so I subbed those out for Azaka, and should be pretty good. But one thing I did, hot break on this damn thing was crazy. I couldn't, I turned my percentage down, my boil percentage down to 70, which usually I run the whole thing at 70, and I had no issues with it, but it just wouldn't die down. It just kept building. So I turned it down to 60, and that took care of it. But what I didn't do, I didn't turn the percentage back up to 70, so my boil off's off. So I ended up with too much in the keg. my final gravity's about 9 points low. So instead of ending at 1072, I'm at 1062. And I used my brand new hydrometer for that, which I don't have down here, it's upstairs, but I used my brand new hydrometer for that. So hey, look at that, yay! And I got this in the mail Saturday, so I cleaned it up and used it Sunday. So there's a little bit of video of that. I got that from Brew Hardware, Bobby, Busy. So I also use this bad dude Sunday, footage of that. So anyway, boil loss was low. My percentage, my PID was too low, so I'm gonna end up with it's about a 7% beer, depending on where it finishes at. It's gonna be just a tick, probably under 7%, which is not a big deal. That's good. I mean, it's right in my wheelhouse, so that's what I like. About a 7% IPA. Let's see. So really, that's about it. Oh, I bought some new O-rings. I bought some larger O-rings for my SS Brewtech. Right back. For my brew bucket. So the O-rings that go on here are same ID, cross section smaller. So when you tighten these down, sometimes when the O-rings get some age on them, or you tighten them way too tight, they start to pinch and kind of squirt out the side, which is no good. So these, which, get this on there where it should be, that one, you got a larger diameter cross section there, so it should be harder to mess it up. So, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, so these are silicone, and these are the size of these are a -312. So yeah, they're 5/8 ID. I think it's a 3/16 cross section on them. So anyway, if you're looking to upgrade, then these would be your dudes right there. But that's just for S's and G's. And it's nothing that I needed. I've already got another ones just that are the same size that I got a while back. So anyway, so that's that. Then after my brew day was over, I was cleaning up. I was cleaning the water out of the remaining water out of my hot liquor tank, and I seen some rust laying in the bottom of the hot liquor tank. So I cleaned it up and pulled the element out, and yeah, it's rusting. It should be all stainless. They're not the shiny stainless, whatever. So we'll go look at this stuff. How about that? So yeah, that's it. Did it affect the taste of my beer? I doubt it, but that black could actually wipe that off with a piece of paper towel. So yeah, I'm not real happy. So I ordered a couple new elements. That one did it. It's just not quite as bad. It's not rusted around the threads yet, but I got two brand new all stainless 302 stainless. So anyway, that's it, guys. Actually, I got them in the mail today, but they had 2-inch tricolour flanges on the end of them instead of just the inch MPT thread on there, so I couldn't use them, can't use them. So anyway, that's that. Let's sit down. So that's it, guys. Yeah, everything else went great. I mean, I had no issues with the brew day at all, other than me screwing myself over. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, everything went great. I just gotta remember my boil off. You know, remember 70%. Besides that, that's it. So anyway, all right, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna say peace, cheers until next week. Peace. Yeah, one more thing. I think my grain mill's about done. I think I talk about it during the course of the brew day, but it's just not pulling the grain into the rollers. So I'm gonna take it apart and take it to work and sandblast it. But if not, I may be in the mood to buy a new one. Don't want to, but that one's, geez, 6-7 years old or something like that, or maybe older. That's the only one I've ever owned since I started brewing all grain. So yeah, it's old. All right, guys, that's it. All right, so today I've decided I'm gonna go ahead and keg this. So that's the day that it went into the carboy. It's not the brew day, but that is basically my black IPA recipe. This is an imperial black IPA recipe. I foregone the dry hops and put it in secondary on oak chips. Story behind this is, let's see, then a couple years ago I brewed a black IPA, went as I typically do, dry hopped it, all this stuff, then I bottled a few of them. Well, one never got sent out. It was a bomber, so it sat for a year, and had some friends over for a football game, so put it in the refrigerator, cooled it down real quick, drank it, and it was a completely different beer, but it was pretty stinking good. It was pretty good. It was amazing. It was awesome. It wasn't no longer IPA, but it was this nice smooth black ale, for lack of a better term, with a lot of blueberry in it. So anyway, that's the story behind that. So it's been in there since March of 2017. So right now it's August. Was it August 9th, August 10th, something like that? So yeah, I think it's time. Went ahead and got a little sample. So yeah, maybe I'll pause this, flip this dude around, and that's the sample there, and take some tasting notes. Don't mind the bedhead. So, smelling it, there's a ton of blueberry in that. Pretty classy jar. It's got some oak. It's kind of got an odd smell to it. I don't know if it's the glass, but it's kind of hot. I don't think it's infected by any means, but it's almost got this like rubber kind of taste to it. I don't know if that's maybe the oak, but I'm gonna go ahead and rack it and keg it, carve it up, see what happens with it. Alright, so today I'm also using the brand new all stainless and silicone racking keg that I bought. So yeah, I got to push down just about all the way as far as I can get it in there. Beer's running clear. Yeah, after tasting that, I'm pretty sure that is just a ton of oak. Maybe it's over oaked. Maybe I've let it sat too long. But anyway, this beer's moving pretty quickly, so I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys a bit. Oh look, time for a keg wash. Keg wash, carboy wash. Anyway, yeah, I got a little bit of gunk to clean out, so I'm just gonna let that go for probably 15 or 20 minutes and see what happens. All right, guys, let's turn this around. I'm gonna give a real quick review of the stainless steel. All right, let me get this out of the way. Yeah, so the stainless steel auto siphon, there's a few reviews out there, and some of them kind of more detailed than others. But anyway, my kind of review of what I thought, works like a champ. Barely, maybe a pump and a half, 2 pumps maybe at most to get it working. So some of the reviews the guys had some issues with starting the siphon, and I didn't have any of that problem. So yeah, it's real heavy. Works like a champ. This nice little silicone insert works great. The only thing is I got it sitting in some star sand. This piece sits here, right? me get that on there. So when you push it so far down in the carboy, you go to grab it and you try to pull it up, and this thing comes off. So is that a bad thing? No, because you really need that there to protect the actual racking king from rubbing and kind of, you know, maybe scarring it up. You don't need to kind of rub it and maybe create some burrs or something like that on there. So anyway, you know, it's one of those things that you just need to look out for when you're grabbing it. But besides that, thing worked awesome. Yeah, real happy with it. Cannot complain. Yeah, it's super heavy duty. So yeah, that's my 10-second review of the Racking King Auto-Siphon stainless steel. Yeah, I think it's worth the money. It's gonna last me forever. But anyway, all right, guys. All right, cheers. So I got a new toy yesterday in the mail. So I've got sight glass on my recirc now. So I just started my recirculation. So I just dove in. So that's what it looks like. My mash temperature hasn't stabilized yet, so I haven't started my 60 minutes. But yeah, that's a new toy. More exciting stuff. pH is going up as the wort cools down. So it's still not bad. So that's what it looks like after everything clears up. It's not milky. You see it's pretty clear. You know, I think you get 100% clear just because the tube itself isn't 100% clear. It's not like looking through a piece of glass in your window. But that's after just a few minutes. The Y screen filter in just at the exhaust exit of the pump. So now I'm just starting my sparge. And yeah. Just I removed the sight glass, put that in place of it. Updated my plumbing, and yeah, it's doing a treat right now, so it hasn't clogged. So yeah, and everything you can't see because it's freaking steam, but everything's pretty clear down in the bottom of that. So yeah, here we go. I'm sparging to get a little bit more water in there, but anyway, seems to be working. All right, I'm gonna empty out this strainer. I already emptied.
15 minutes.
I already dumped a little bit out in the pan, and I've dumped this out here. Let's go look at the pan too. So that's what came out of the pan. It fell into the pan. So let's go back over here. And so I've got that. Let me pause this for a second, and then I'll take the actual screen out. So that's it. This is the little screen. You can see there's a fine mesh on the inside of it, and yeah, there's quite a bit more stuff in there. But it doesn't look like it was anywhere near clogging. So yeah, I don't know how well we can see inside of that, but that's fairly clean. So yeah, anyway, $13 I think it was. I think call that a success. I got a few more dollars in the fittings, but you know, for less than 20 bucks. I think I got it. I think it's pretty good. I like it. Alright, so I've started the whirlpool. So, yeah, all my hop additions are done. And I've got about 18 and a half minutes left in the whirlpool. And it's been a pretty good day today. Can't complain. No hiccups. Well, I guess it's kind of a hiccup. I had my my percentage of my boil turned down to 60%. That was just trying to get through hot break. Hot break on this damn thing was a pain in the ass. So yeah, I got through hot break, and I never turned it back up. I did eventually turn it back up. About 15 minutes left, they turned it up to 70. Just try to get my boil off a little bit better. So, but that's it. That's all I can complain about today. Yeah. All right. I think my gravity's gonna be close. I don't know. I've got a sample cooling down refrigerator to make sure I've got final gravity. But anyway, I use a hydrometer instead of the refractometer. But anyway, all right, guys. Cheers. I think this thing's about as cold as it's going to get with my groundwater temperature. But I'll just check the original gravity, pre-fermented gravity of my 6.5 or so gallon, and 1062. So it's not bad. Should be around 1072, but that's at 6 gallons. So I'm a half a gallon. Well, I'm probably over half a gallon over by the time you consider all the the liquid that's inside of all that. So yeah, I think the boil off has got me, and I think my my grain mill's really going downhill a little bit. I think it's about out of days. Or I need to clean it. I don't know. It's just not. It's not performing. It gets stuck and it won't pull the grain into the mill. So I can reverse it. Well, reversing the direction just pulls the grain around the outside of the mill, and then it ends up in the bucket as uncrushed grain. So maybe that's kind of a little bit. But anyway, I'll take 1062, and still gonna be a good beer. All right, later.